Welcome back to the $1 Million Event Podcast. This is a space for event leaders to elevate their event experiences, get inspired, and connect deep with their online communities. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jamie Johnson. I am a luxury retreat planner and conference girly. I'm ready to take your events to the next level. So grab your favorite kombucha, a journal, and a pen, and let's dive into today's episode. Today is all about the vision board. Now, I am a lover of vision boards. I literally place it beside my desk. I look at it, study it every single day because what I know I can envision as fact actually is fact. It's almost stamping success into your playbook before you've technically been successful. And the actual success rate of vision boards is quite astounding when I talk with a lot of my online girly friends who have vision boards and the majority of them come true. It's incredible the power of manifestation in this way. So in this video today, as we're approaching 2025, like we're literally 2 days away when recording this, I'm going to show you my vision board for 2024. I'm also going to talk about what happened, what came true, what didn't come true, and what I'm going to do differently for 2025. Now, I do have a vision board party with my girlies in Cincinnati planned, so I'm not going to do my vision board on this recording, but I will probably pop in short form content and show you my vision board progress for 2025. I'm going to be really transparent with you. My vision board is actually from 2023. I know it's crazy. 2023 was an incredibly rough year for me. Nothing went as planned, but it was all in God's plan. Nothing happened like I wanted it to, but that was because it wasn't supposed to. And basically, 2023 crippled me as a human being. If you want to know a little bit more about the details, I have like a midlife crisis video, more like a vlog style of what the heck happened in my life in 2023. I created this amazing vision board and I was like, okay, this is pretty much still where I want to go in 2024, except I'm not, a crumpled up piece of paper lying on a bed somewhere crying this year. So we were all in on 2024. 2024 was my year. And let me just say, I absolutely lived my dream life. When I think about my life and how I want to live it, it literally is international travel, domestic travel, creating unforgettable experiences, and meeting so many amazing people. Like that is my dream life. And I'm in the right career for it, obviously. So I love a little bit of systems. I love a little bit of structure. I love the chaos of events, but I also love when things don't go right because I love thinking on my feet and problem solving. It literally, events were made for me or I was made for them. I love them. Okay. So when we think about that in that kind of context, I want to show you this vision board. And for the podcast girlies that are just listening to this, I'm going to try to describe the images that are on this vision board. But if you want to see a photo, I'm going to link to the YouTube podcast in the show notes. So here is my vision board right here. It's basically a poster board cut in half. And I gave the other half to my assistant at the time, and we made them together. So on this vision board, in the top right-hand corner, I have this woman gazing out into the distance in some sort of villa with the words escape perfected. I wanted to learn to be calm in luxury spaces. I think luxury is in the quiet, in the isolation, not in the all-inclusives. And I wanted to exude that in my retreats. I really went hard on retreats should be in a villa and not in a hotel. Retreats should be not at an all-inclusive resort. You don't want to be in a space where your retreat is going to get swallowed up by everyone there. Next up, we have a waterfall. So specifically women swimming in a waterfall. I wanted to chase waterfalls all over town. I'm so attracted to water. I'm Scorpio. I'm a water sign. I'm a fish in water. I love to swim and be around water. There's something so calming, but I wanted to get in the jungly water. I wanted to get in the cenotes, into the waterfalls. I wanted to swim close to them. In the top left-hand corner, I have a picture of Mount Fuji. I really wanted to go to Japan. As you notice, wanted past tense. I wasn't able to go, but Japan, there's something magical about that. My husband and I spent 5 months in Asia in 2022, And at that moment, Japan wasn't open yet. And so we weren't able to go during our 5 months in Asia. It's always been something that's been on both of our bucket lists. And so I slapped a picture of her on there. The next one down is an image of more or less like an Egyptian or Moroccan living room. But I think what I was really also trying to capture, I wanted to go to Africa. I wanted to be in the desert. I wanted to be in that culture because I haven't experienced it yet. But I think what's also important here is to note how big the living room is. 10 people can easily fit into this space. So I wanted large, luxurious villas to host retreats in. The next image down are people riding camels. Now, in Asia, I got super close with elephants. We fed them, we bathed them, we hugged them, we loved them, and it was magical. And I was curious if camels could be a similar experience, almost trying to recreate it in a different place. Spoiler, they are not very similar, but I actually got to ride a camel when I went to Dubai this year. So this one did come true. Now, in the bottom right-hand corner, we have a fancy tablescape. So this to me symbolized luxury, details, spending more time on areas of decor and design than I'd had in the past. It wasn't important to me before, but I think sometimes to have that elevated feel, you have to go that extra mile to have those elevated details to really pull it in. I also have a photo of women sitting around a table in 2025. I am going to be focusing on having the right people around me. I do completely wholeheartedly believe that you are most like the closest 5 people to you. And if who you surround yourself with is directly correlated to your level of success. If your friends are like getting drunk and talking about hooking up with guys and their low income 9 to 5 job being super crappy and not really doing anything about it, those are low ideal conversations that am no longer interested in having. I want to talk with my friend group about building wealth, about having online entrepreneur businesses while raising a family, about how maybe you retire your husband or how you incorporate your husband into the business or how you can grow the multiple arms of business, how you hire people, how you fire people, like, what is the next logical step for you? I want to be having those types of conversations. How you bought a second or third vacation home. Those are the people I want to be hanging out with. And to me, when you sit around a circle with your 5 elevated friends and talk about things like this, that's when your life changes. That's what plants the seed for your life to absolutely change. I think when you're new to business, especially, I wasn't necessarily new to business, but I was new to quitting my day job and building an online business. You tend to get like shiny object syndrome where every new strategy, you're consuming so much content and this coach is launching a mastermind and this coach has a $37 low ticket offer. This coach is running ads and this coach says, you have to go live every single day. And this coach says that you have to post 3 times a day, every single day for the rest of your life. And when you chase those strategies, all of them will work for you. But I really wanted to focus on what felt good for me and with my schedule. So that's what this word focus means to me. There's some other words on here: courage, patience, leadership. Be the leader you were born to be that people feel safe to be around. And I do want to toot my own horn here. One of my clients, Alexis, says, I'm so grateful that my Glow girls feel so comfortable around you. Like, I truly believe that we are a match made in heaven. She is my dream client. And that really struck home with me. Another one is fun, relish in the gift of life and the opportunity to experience it. I get really caught up in my lizard brain all the time of, is this right? Is this right? Am I doing this right? Is this going to be successful? Maybe I'm not going to be successful. And so I really had to sit, and it's something I'm still working with, meditation, and sit with the noise and just go, thank you for carrying my body. Like, thank you so much for trying to keep me safe, but this is no longer serving me. And swiping those comments, that amount of head noise was keeping me small and keeping me safe. And when I'm so worried about everything, I forget to have fun. And so this year, I really played with, living my dream life and being grateful for being on the go all the time and taking time to explore the new cities that I'd never been to before. One of the videos that I'm going to put out is 24 hours in New Orleans. Now, that wasn't my first time in New Orleans. However, it was my first time that I was able to do what I wanted to do within reason because some things were closed. But I got to experience New Orleans in a way that felt good to me. I had fun. And that was the most important part. Some of the other words are beautiful souls, places, vibes, and experiences. Embody the crown, be the queen, and open my heart to all possibilities. I'm ready to receive what the universe is ready to send. And I think that was really, really important because 2023 was such a hard year for me personally, that it was hard to find some joy and hard to find. The faith was really tested because it was so hard. It's such a hard year. If you look at my vision board from 2024, I absolutely rode a camel. I got to go to the desert. I hit 30K months. I got to design tablescapes, maybe not of my dreams because I had a budget, but like I inched closer to having more elevated decor and thought and time to think about those creative elements. I absolutely perfected escape in luxury villas. Like the villa for Mykonos was absolutely everything of my dreams. I got here, my jaw dropped on the floor, and I was like, can every single retreat be in a villa like this? The answer is yes, but like not every villa is like that. I was living my absolute dream life this year. I got into spaces where people were making more, doing more, and being more than me. So check that box. I was able to pay attention to the tiny details. I was able to take vacations. Like I was able to go to Taylor Swift 3 times in a row in Edinburgh, all because I was in a Dubai retreat and it just aligned with the Eras tour, which made me so happy. Like tears of joy, insanity. Did I have tickets? No. Did I find tickets? Yes. The world delivered, which was absolutely insane. And starting this podcast, being on YouTube, and elevating my social media strategy, I'm hoping to reach more people so I can embody that leader in 2025. Obviously, some things are going to have to move forward, like Japan. Didn't make it there. But what I do want to know is the effectiveness. I put it right beside my desk. I study it every day before I start work. I meditate on it. I vision it. I stamp it into the universe like it has already happened. And between the practices that I do and visually seeing it beside me, I truly believe that that is why I have been so successful in achieving my goals, because in my mind, in all the things that I'm doing, they have already happened because I can't fail if they've already happened. Do you see what I'm putting down? So in 2025, I'm going to do things a little differently. There was a creator on TikTok that this came from, and I was like, oh, it's so genius. So genius. Amanda, the girl who lives in Paris, France, the blonde on TikTok, you probably know her if you're on there enough. She said, what like drives home the revision board even more is when you put yourself on your vision board. So what that usually means is some sort of Photoshop moment where like I'm going to Photoshop my bank balance, like my business bank account to have $500,000 in it, or I'm going to Photoshop my retirement fund, or I'm going to Photoshop my personal bank balance to have $1 million in it. And that is going to drive home that this, like, of course it's possible because it's already happened. Another thing that I'm going to do this year is I want to Photoshop myself leading retreats and conferences. Like, yes, I'm a girly that is really good at being behind the scenes, but I want 2025 to be a year that I step out from behind the curtain and I elevate and become that leader that I know I am deep down inside. But sometimes that gets really scary for me because I'm so used to being the behind the camera girly and not the in front of the camera girly. So that is going to be where I stretch my rubber band in 2025. I'm excited to see how much more powerful this new vision board is going to be now that I am including myself in it. Editing Jamie from the future, I wanted to drive this video home with the way vision boards can work for your retreat. Because when you compile what the future version of yourself looks like and you put it on the vision board, then part of your vision board could be or should be dedicated to your retreat. Maybe what the villa looks like, where the location is, the vibes. Similar to how my vision board was basically all about retreat. You could dedicate a portion of your 2025 vision board to hosting that dream retreat and what that dream retreat looks like. You can even Photoshop yourself into the retreat experience. That way, you see yourself hosting a retreat. Let me know in the comments below if you do a vision board and then what in 2025 you are manifesting for yourself, for your business, for your family. If this has been helpful, go ahead and take a little screenshot, share it on your Instagram stories, and be sure to send me a DM or tag me so I know. Till next time, guys.